Hai guys, saat ini kamu mendengarkan podcast dari remoteworker.id. Pahami mindset bekerja dari rumah, upgrade skillmu, dan mulai rintis karir remote workmu. Bersama-sama kita akan jadikan Indonesia sebagai provider nomor 1 remote worker di dunia. Be part of the history. We are now using Discord as our group messenger in the process of mentoring in remoteworker.id. We have a English corner channel for that. In that channel, we are not allowed to use Bahasa Indonesia as the texted language. So we're trying to use English. Now, this podcast was inspired by one of the chat in English Corner chat just today. We are talking about a weekend. We are talking that weekend is a vague idea for remote worker or freelancer because we work daily at home. So it's not really a distinguishable day whether it is a weekend or weekdays because we work. This is actually a good one. For example, if you are a single person, you haven't yet married or doesn't have yet a partner at home, so you can just work, neglecting all the weekends, neglecting all the holidays, you just work. That's fine. But if you have family, if you have, it's weird for me to say living partner because we in Indonesia don't have living partner. We only have family. Sorry, I'm watching a lot How I Met Your Mother, of Friends, or Big Bang Theory. So back to the track. So if you have family, you must count weekend as really a weekend, although you can work full day for that. I have an experience in my previous days when I work as a freelancer in Upwork, because in Upwork there is no weekend. You can post job or get invite or interview in the Saturday or Sunday, especially in the end of the day in Friday for US citizens. They post job in the late day of Friday, which is our early day of Saturday. So when they post job, we apply, and sometimes they give the interview at the weekend. So it's actually very tempting to work in the weekend. Now, this is not good if you have son, you have adult, you have a husband or wife, because they will eventually get mad at you or upset because you just work every weekend. Encounter this experience about 1 or 2 years when I worked full time as a Upwork or Odesk freelancer, and it really annoying because I really forget how it feels to have a weekend. Now, after that, it leads me to another direction of my remote working career, which is I'm working as a full-time remote employee for a Canadian-based company, monetisemore.com. This is a company that really encouraged me to really take a work-life balance, which is please regard your weekend as your weekend, even though you can work at the weekend. I have a CTO in that company that have a really nice saying for me. And at Friday, after the stand-up meeting, he will say thing like this: "Have a nice weekend, everybody." Hearing this after 2 years of full-time freelancer in Upwork really surprising me, because damn, I forget that I have a weekend. So if you work in the company, although it's remote, they will really regard your weekend because they really have life, and they know that if they push their employee working at the weekend, it will eventually lead their employees into a state of burnout. So you will get very exhausted. Your performance will be low, and other stuff that will decrease your performance or to achieve KPI, key performance indicator. So for this time, guys, if you can, it is really recommended that you try to have a proper weekend. Although it is not easy if you work as Upwork or Odes of sorry, Odes is history. If you work as Upwork freelancer, because it's really tempting, and the job come actually in the end of Friday in US, which is in the early weekend in our time in Indonesia. I know it's hard, but try to have a weekend. At least try to work only at the maximum of 2 hours or 3 hours at Saturday and 3 hours at Sunday. So in total, you work 6 hours in weekend. But according to my experience, it's not possible. According to my experience, I working full time at the weekend, so that is not a good one. So yeah, try to have a weekend. This is I forgot this weekend or not. Sorry, it's just Wednesday. So in the upcoming weekend, try to have a weekend. But if you're still in the pursuit of having a first job in Upwork, make your weekend as the weekend to upgrade your skill based on the job. So we in RemoteWorker.id have a channel, weekly challenge. In this weekly channel, I put a job that instruct member, hey, this is a good job. If you able to create a prototype within 1 hour, please submit. But if not, learn that all the technology behind that and create a portfolio based on that. So if there are other job in the upcoming days with using the same technology, you can use your portfolio in your cover letter. Okay, so for me, I think this is the first time when for English podcast. Not sure if it would be beneficial for you or not, but if it is beneficial, please listen it carefully and try to, I don't know, answer it in English in our English Corner channel. That's all for me. Thank you. Have a nice Wednesday. Sorry.